cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash said it. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com, baby babies. Happy Saturday. I hope that you guys are having a fantabulous Saturday today. It's a beautiful day, and guess what? We are talking one of the most popular shows in primetime television, How to Get Away with Murder. I am joined by one of my biggest supporters here in the ATL, the one and only Ro. Hey, Ro.
Hey, Ash.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going all right, man. It's great to talk to you.
Thanks. I appreciate you. I know you got a tight schedule, but, I'm sure we're not going to keep you too long. All right, I promise you that much. But I want to talk because, we've been emailing back and forth, and we were talking about How to Get Away with Murder. And I gave you my perspective on it, which was last season's season finale I was very disappointed in. Because I feel as though they could have ended it on a more suspenseful tip. Them killing off the father didn't really make me none because nobody liked him. What was your take on the season finale?
Well, Ash, I felt the same exact way. I mean, the guy, he was such a messed up dude, the things that he did, and he didn't have been, no less. And I felt like they could have maybe killed somebody more important.
Yeah, or left it in more of a question mark. A really good cliffhanger end of the season really does it up. Like, okay, I didn't want to go into this until another show, but Empire, their season finale, I felt that was a good one. That leave you on your toes. You're wondering who fell off the cliff, who fell off the building. But with How to Get Away with Murder, I was very disappointed in that. And so I did take your advice, as you told me not to give up on the show. And I did actually tune in this past, the last 2 weeks. I've actually been able to watch the episodes on demand. And I have to say that I am impressed in how they brought it back.
Yeah.
I did like the way that they started to incorporate a lot more about Annalise and a little bit about everybody else that's got things going on. How did you feel about the premiere?
Oh, wow. I really enjoyed the premiere. The whole storyline with Frank was just genius,
Yeah.
I feel like the show is really missing him, though. It just doesn't feel like the same dynamic without Frank, in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of forgot, and I'll probably need to go back and watch some of the last season a little bit, but I kind of forgot. I remember that Annalise came to the conclusion that Frank was hired by the husband to kill Lila or whatever the case was and everything else that he was doing, but I don't really remember why he's run off and kind of gone rogue, and he's sneaking around and doing whatever, and I kind of lost that element of it because I think that would really add a little bit more to the story, and I wish that they had jumped on that a little bit more the season premiere. Even though this is, like I said, they've done well to redeem themselves from the finale, but I feel as though they could have actually focused on that a little bit more to remind the audience why the heck this fool's on the run. Because I really don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't really remember. But yeah, I think that I think you're right. I think the story, it does miss Frank. I think we all kind of miss Frank being around and being there. I think it is definitely pulling something from it. What also is kind of a point that I want to get into is it's so weird. Like, how are they still grouping those 5 together? Nobody thinks that it's weird that they're all taking the same course and they're always in the same study groups together. So it's just kind of weird. I'm wondering how they're going to transition that.
I don't know. Maybe some internships or something else Annalise will offer them.
Yeah, but then it kind of gets old. I'm like, they're not going to be in law school for 20 years, are they? They gotta always be under Annalise's, shield of protection.
Well, Ash, they are basically, blood brother and sisters. They've
Oh.
all had this really messed up secret to keep together and everything, so they are gonna gravitate towards each other.
Yeah, and I mean, I get that, but like, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of like, I think it was the first episode when one of the other fellow students was like, they called them the Keaton Five or something. And he's like, yeah, of course y'all are together. Of course y'all are going to be in the same study group. Of course y'all are going to take the same courses. And it kind of
Mm.
made me think. I was like, yeah, he is kind of right. They're always like together. I understand you're going to group them together, but how coincidental is they always have at least one class together. So
Well, they all are law students, Ash.
yeah, but so are like probably hundreds of others. But I mean, I get it. I understand, but it's still they're gonna need to work on that story a little bit better.
Sorry, but don't forget Annalise probably gets to pick them too, right? To be in her class, too.
Yeah, yeah, and that's also because I mean, if we can see that, I know the other kids in the class can probably see it too, and they're probably a little jealous, anyways. So that probably
Oh,
also
yeah.
goes with it too. Yeah, yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
agree
that
with that.
that you mentioned, he was very bitter and just jealous. The entire episode was like, just grow a
Yeah,
pair.
yeah, he was not happy at all with them. What else? Bonnie. Okay, let's talk about Bonnie some. Bonnie is kind of just like the sword in my side, kind of. I'm kind of like, I could do without Bonnie, and you know, she's also done her dirt too. She killed the chick, and I don't think anybody knows yet, right? Nobody knows that she's dead. They just think that she's,
Doesn't Frank know about that?
huh?
I thought Frank knew about that.
Frank knows about it, and Annalise know about it, but the other kids don't. They just know that she ran
Oh.
off.
Oh, right. They think she just ran off. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
I didn't like that chick, actually. She was quite annoying.
Yeah, nobody liked her really, but it was just kind of, messed up for Bonnie to just kill her. And Annalise is like,
Yeah.
what did you do? What did you do? And it's like she has like this allegiance to Annalise. It's almost like kind of like a child like with its mother, like trying to get that approval from the mom. And like she thought that like Annalise was gonna like praise her for doing it. And Annalise was like, fool, you done screwed up again. So that was
Yeah.
that was pretty weird.
Yeah, she doesn't have as big of a role as she did in the previous seasons, like, so far. So far, she's just kind of doing busy work for Annalise.
Yeah, like she's just kind of there, and it's not really like she's in. Like you said, I think we need Frank back. So I'm kind of ready for him to get back in the mix.
I know. Can you believe he just shaved all of his like hair? He looks like a completely different person.
Looks like
That was just ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, he looks like a little teenager. It's like no facial hair, a little buzz cut, like he just joined the army. Yeah, he totally doesn't look like I guess that.
They're like the mafia.
Yeah, but that's that's going into other territory, Poochie. Bro. So
Yeah, I really want to learn more about like his past. There's still so much we don't know about Frank.
yeah. All right. So stemming from that, all right, Laurel.
Mm.
I am so tired of Laurel. She's just annoying. She's the most annoying character on the show. I'm kind of fingers crossed that she gets killed. Kind of hoping that this happens. Kind of hoping.
Yeah, Laurel, she don't know what she wants. She thinks she loves Frank. She's got this weird thing with Wes, but Wes is taken now. So I don't know what's her deal. Laurel, she's just such an annoying character.
She just goes wherever the wind blows her. That's what it looks like to me. She just kind of does whatever. I'm like, oh, you need to get a life soon, please. Do something.
I know.
All right. Next, Michaela. She.
Oh my gosh.
She has. Okay, go ahead and talk about Michaela. How do you feel about Michaela?
Michaela's another one that just kind of is an idiot. I mean, you're all always talking about, Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. But you're doing the white dude, but you're not but you're so ashamed of being with him that you act like it's just a booty call. You know what I mean? It's like, What are you doing, Michaela?
Yeah,
What
I
are you
mean,
doing?
it's crazy because she, like you said, she is acting like, she's doing all this stuff. But like you said, she's screwing the white dude. And she doesn't want anybody to know about it. She's a character that is kind of, she's evolved too. Because she's changed a lot. Because remember that whole thing in the beginning with her boyfriend and come to find out he's gay and that was
Oh yeah,
the fiance.
yeah,
Remember that? Yeah.
She has no luck with men, it looks like. But this is like the first guy that's actually like, into her, but she's too busy just, not really giving him the time of day. And it's just like, dude. I mean, I know it's Asher of all the guys, but still.
Yeah.
Asher too.
Yeah.
He needs love as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I'm sure that'll continue to show itself. Now Asher, he's the quirky one of the bunch because remember he still doesn't know that they killed Sam, and
Right.
that's the weird part sometimes because like I forget sometimes that he's not a part of the original four of them that like basically like burned his body and stuff and tried to dismember him. So it was very interesting to see his evolution after was it his father had passed?
Yeah, his father hung himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that had messed you up. Had messed anybody up, I'm sure.
And then his mother doesn't, pay for stuff anymore, and he's
Yeah.
no longer a little kid,
I saw the funniest part for me was when he went to Annalise and was like, look, you owe me. I'm in this situation because of what you did. And she's like, oh yeah, another poor, unprivileged white kid. You're like, you better find a job. You better find something to do with your life. Get out of my face.
Was laughing.
Yeah, it was.
Don't forget about your favorite couple, right? Oliver and what's the guy's?
I don't remember.
I can think of his face. So I can think of. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I remember the other guy's name, but the main dude, I can't remember his name. It's messed up.
Yeah, that's pretty out there. I don't know how to feel about that because it was really weird because like Oliver clearly like loves this guy or whatever and has accepted him. The guy is HIV positive, and Oliver still says that he wants to be with him. It's almost like he's like fighting him on it because he's not being aggressive with him enough, I guess, or I don't know. It's kind of weird to read him because he's kind of strange.
Yeah, don't you mean the other way around?
I get confused on the characters. Is Oliver the guy or is Oliver the boyfriend?
The boyfriend.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh.
The other guy, I can't think of his name, and he's one of the main guys on the show.
Yeah, we're both.
I know
it's
bad. Yeah. Oh, I can't think of his name for some reason. I'm usually remembering his name, but I can't.
Yeah, we're both pretty bad on that. I'm gonna look that up while we're talking about this. But their dynamic is pretty strange. But I thought that it worked. But
Well, I know his last name's Walsh. I can't think of the first name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll look it up in a minute. But no, but what I was saying was I felt as though that dynamic worked, but I don't know. It worked, but then it didn't work. And it's just I don't know, it's just pretty crazy.
Yeah, it just seemed to me that Oliver just wanted to be chastised and, wanted to argue about what he did about the whole Stanford thing that he did. But it's like, because he didn't get that, he just feels like, well, maybe this isn't the guy for me, that maybe we're just not two different people, and I don't know who I am. I'm always with you and all this stuff he was saying. It was just like, what are you doing, man?
Okay. All right, so the student, his name is Connor. Connor Walsh. Yeah, Connor Walsh. Okay, I knew I was going to figure out one of those. Yeah, Connor and Oliver. Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah. But
And
it's
he changed a lot since like the first season. As
mm,
far as it's like a horn dog to being someone's like, I only want you, Oliver.
yeah. It's like
But
he basically told Oliver, he's like, look, I love you, I want to be with you, I don't care. And Oliver's like, well, I'm just not in that place right now. I was like, what? I'm like, dude, you ain't exactly got a lot of pickings to pick from. What is
yeah,
wrong
like
with you?
wasn't it crazy when like the other Keaton, with the other cast member people, they were like, what, did you cheat on him, Connor?
Mm-hmm.
And they automatically just assume that he cheated on him, and he's like, no, Oliver dumped me, and they're like, what?
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
yeah, I think she's gonna get Nate killed, and Elise. She got him trying to track down your boy Frank.
Yeah.
What happened to that messed up PI? Like, where did she find that guy? Yellow books, yellow pages.
Mm-mm. I mean, you're right, though.
Yeah, it's like, where did she find that guy? 2-for-1 special.
Mm-mm. The 2-for-1 special.
Right.
You're terrible.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And
He was a pretty bad PI, though.
yeah, he was pretty bad. Yeah. And Wes, he seems to be like he's doing better. Got a new love of his life.
Yes, he got some dark chocolate on his menu. That's what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't say dark chocolate, but still chocolate.
Chocolate. He got chocolate on the menu.
Dark chocolate would be like Lupita Nyong'o. This chick's more of a, I don't know, like little lighter than Beyonce. Darker than Beyonce, a little darker.
Well, either way, I'm glad that he found love with somebody. And he
but
seems
she's
happy.
kind of boring. She's boring, mainly because she hasn't killed anybody yet.
That you know of.
That we know of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that we know of. We don't know. She could be a killer herself. He said he looked her up. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. After that other stupid girlfriend that he had, the druggie, she was crazy.
She had to go.
Oh, yeah, Rebecca? Yeah, Rebecca, she was. That was a whole big ordeal.
Rebecca, she was pretty annoying. I could never tell, like, what side she was really on.
Yeah, like, she was definitely a double agent.
Yeah, she was just weird. Because even before Bonnie killed her, she was just kind of just, like, saying what she thought that Bonnie and them wanted to hear. So.
I mean, like, what did they do with the body? Like, I know they get rid of it. Like, did these fools just happen to have, like, I don't know, something to kind of get rid of bodies?
They didn't really
I guess
say.
Frank took care of that.
Probably. They didn't show it, I don't think.
Frank's such an errand boy. Goodness.
They pay him well.
Yeah, I don't know. So, who do you think? They burned down the house? Got burned in the house?
I don't know. It's got to be somebody that has an emotional attachment to Annalise. I'm thinking it's either... It's not Wes, because that's too obvious. We need Wes. It's not going to be Wes. I say it's either Bonnie or, like you said, Nate. I think it's going to be one of those two. Because you saw where they showed what happens. They were like, she saw Oliver, and she was like, she lied to him, too. And he was like, I heard that there's a body. She's like, oh, we don't know that yet. And she just saw them take the body off.
I mean, she didn't want to, worry him, probably.
Yeah.
And, she's lying in second nature to her. So
it is. I mean, every time I think I have her figured out, she's just throws us a left blow.
Yeah, because the way she was carrying on, it had to have been one of those two.
That's what I think.
Uh-huh. I mean, it could have been one of the other ones, but I don't know. The way it sounded like her heart was splitting in two.
Right, right. It was something bad. Had to be somebody really important to her.
Yeah, so the only person we know so far that's still alive is Oliver. Everybody else is up for grabs.
Basically. But yeah, I won't be too um torn up if it's Laurel.
Come on, you know it's not going to be Laurel. The knowing characters always stay to the end.
That is true.
Why do you think Urkel stayed around for so long?
Yeah, and he was on. The funny thing about Urkel, he was only supposed to be like a guest star. He wasn't even.
Yeah,
even about him.
They just loved him so much.
Yeah, but they loved him so much. The audience loved him so much in the test runs. They made him a. He was just a recurring character. Centered the show all around him. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, huh? It's like Family Matters. It's not even his family.
Basically, we never met his family. Remember? They talked about his family. They never showed his family.
Never?
I don't remember them ever showing his family. Mm-mm.
Well, who's to say there actually was a family?
That's a good point.
Just living their mind. Well,
he was a weird
in the Twilight.
In the Twilight.
Yeah, he was pretty.
All right. So, what else you got to talk about with How to Get Away with Murder? Anything else that you want to say?
How awkward was that kiss last season with Laurel and Wes? Like, I wanted to gouge someone's eyes out. Not my own, somebody else's.
Yeah, it was pretty weird because it definitely didn't seem natural. And I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely weird, and you're like, okay, gosh, everybody's gonna hook up with everybody now. Golly.
It's definitely how it felt like. That season was just like everybody just jumped on the next person you see.
Basically. So I think they're gonna pair them back up together. Watch.
Oh yeah, I don't see that girlfriend he has now lasting. She's too boring.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that's gonna last either. I'd love her to last. She's Team Natural too, but
yeah,
I don't see them keeping her around for too much longer.
Yeah, too many black people.
That's another story.
You know.
But yeah, so that's pretty much our take on How to Get Away with Murder so far. Maybe we'll do a mid-season catch-up with everybody, and we'll just kind of chat about it a little bit more. But I definitely appreciate you for coming through to the show, Ro. I thank you so very much. If you guys want to talk to Ro or you want to email her, you can forward your emails to info@ashsaidit.com, info@ashsaidit.com. And of course, we're going to be bringing more show reviews and different things that are happening. Ro, you were telling me about a movie about the John Bonet murder. You said there's going to be a movie?
Yeah, it's going to be a Lifetime movie happening in November. It's going to be basically a retelling of the John Bonet Ramsey murder going on. And they have a really cute little girl. And E.T. was actually saying that the girl didn't know that she was playing someone that, like someone that died. Like, they told her, after the fact. Like, they were just telling her, for the death scenes and stuff that she'd actually taped, to just kind of, act like you're playing and all that kind of stuff. So, not to traumatize the kid too much,
Yeah, because I'd imagine that's probably very traumatic for a child. Yeah, I'm going to play somebody that's dead. That's, wow. Yeah, I can certainly understand them keeping that from her. Hopefully it didn't traumatize her too much. Or haunt her.
Yeah, I think the kid's just going to be happy to be in a movie. Well, whether it be just a TV movie, but it's still, pretty big. She'd have beat out, a lot of little girls to get that part.
Oh, I'm sure. Everybody and their mom is going to get onto that one. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I wasn't an actress. So you're gonna be an actress. Yeah, I got a lot of those going on.
And you know, they said that's basically what John Bonet's life was like because the mother was a pageant girl or whatever. And so she kind of was pushing it. That's another story for another day, Ro. We're going to end the show on a higher note. But I appreciate you guys for tuning into the show. Thank you so very much. Send all your questions, comments, concerns. info@ashsaidit.com. info@ashsaidit.com. And if you've got a show that is on that you want for myself and Ro to talk about, critique, send us a note. Drop us a note and we'll get it on the air on the next Ash Said It Daily podcast show. So I thank you guys so very much. I will holla at you later. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Deuces.